All right, let's dive in. Today, we are going to unlock the secrets behind digital security. We're taking a journey from the most basic, simple key all the way to a super high-tech digital fortress to really get a handle on how the online world keeps you and your stuff safe.
I mean, seriously, think about it. It's a question we answer every single day. When you log into your bank, or your email, or even just your favorite game, there's this kind of digital bouncer at the door checking your ID. But how does it actually work? That's exactly what we're about to break down.
So, let's start with something we all know, the password. For decades, it's been the main way we prove who we are online. But as you're about to see, this first line of defense, it has some pretty serious cracks in its armor.
You know, the concept itself is beautifully simple. You have a secret word, the service has a list of approved secret words. If your word matches one on the list, boom, the door just swings right open. For the longest time, this has been the absolute bedrock of online identity. It's the simple lock on our digital front door.
And this analogy just hits the nail on the head. Think about your password like a single key to your house. Yeah, it's simple, it's familiar, we all get it. But the problem is just as obvious. If someone steals that one key or makes a copy, they have access to everything. This vulnerability right here is exactly why we had to start building stronger walls.
So if one lock isn't enough, what's the solution? Well, you add more locks. It's that simple. This is where our security starts to get way, way stronger. We're moving from just a single key to a whole system of layered defenses.
And that brings us to multi-factor authentication. You've probably heard it called MFA. The big idea here is that proving you are who you say you are shouldn't rely on just one thing. Instead, MFA says, nope, you got to give me at least 2 different pieces of evidence, we call them factors, before I'm going to open this door for you.
Okay, so these factors basically fall into 3 buckets. First, you've got knowledge. That's something only you should know, like your password. Second, there's possession. That's something only you should have, like your actual phone. And third is inherent. That's something you literally are, like your fingerprint. Real security comes from mixing and matching at least 2 of these.
Let's look at a perfect everyday example you've probably already done today, online banking. First, you type in your password. That's factor 1, knowledge. Then your bank texts a little code to your phone. That's factor 2, possession. See? So even if a hacker somehow steals your password, they are totally stuck. They can't get in without also having your phone in their hand. It's so simple, but incredibly effective.
All right, now we're getting into the really cool stuff. What if your key was something that you couldn't write down, you couldn't forget, and was basically impossible for someone to steal or copy? Let's go there. Let's explore the world of truly unstealable keys.
And this is biometric authentication. Instead of something you know or have, this uses something you are. It's a system that scans your face or your fingerprint, or even the patterns in your eye. In this case, your own unique biology becomes the most secure key you could possibly have. Your body is the key.
And you're using this stuff everywhere already. Unlocking your phone with your face? That's biometrics. That fingerprint scanner on the back? Biometrics. Those automated gates at the airport that scan your passport and then your face? Yep, biometrics. It's super fast, it's convenient, and it's so secure because, hey, nobody else has your face.
Okay, now let's talk tokens. This is another version of the something you have factor, but it's been totally supercharged. So instead of your phone, which does a million things, this is a dedicated device, a little gadget built for one job and one job only, proving it's you by generating these secure, one-time use codes.
Devices like a YubiKey or a Google Titan key are pretty much the gold standard for security. You just plug it in and tap a button. But here's the absolute magic. Even if a scammer tricks you into visiting a fake website that looks exactly like the real one, these physical keys are smart. They know it's a fake and they just refuse to work. That makes them practically immune to phishing attacks. It's amazing.
Okay, so this is all great. We have all these accounts, they've all got strong passwords, they've got multi-factor authentication, but let's be real, logging into dozens of different things every single day is a huge pain. There has to be a better way to do this without driving ourselves completely insane, right?
And of course there is. It's called Single Sign-On or SSO. And the name really says it all. You sign in one time to one trusted place, and that single act grants you access to all the other apps you need.
The hotel master key is the absolute perfect way to think about this. You check in once, right there at the front desk, that's your one secure login. And then the key card they give you works for everything.
Your room, the gym, the pool. You don't need a different key for every single door. SSO is exactly that, but for your digital life.
And you use this all the time with buttons like Sign In with Google. When you click that button on Spotify, you are not giving Spotify your Google password. No way. Instead, Google, which is like your trusted front desk, just sends a message over to Spotify that says, hey, yep, we checked their ID, they're good to go, let them in. It's both incredibly convenient and way more secure.
All right, so now that we've seen all the tools in the toolbox, from simple keys to master keys, let's bring it all home. Let's talk about what's coming next, and more importantly, what you can do right now to build your own digital fortress. This is your personal action plan.
First, let's just peek over the horizon at what's next: behavioral authentication. Think of this like a security guard that's always on watch, but in a good way. It works silently in the background, learning your unique digital habits, how fast you type, the way you move your mouse, even the angle you usually hold your phone.
I love this analogy. It's kind of like how you can recognize a family member just by the sound of their footsteps coming down the hall. You just know it's them. Well, this technology does the same thing, but it recognizes you by your unique digital footsteps. If someone else tries to take over your account, their rhythm will be all wrong, and the system can spot it instantly.
So, what can you do today, right now? First, go turn on MFA for everything important. I'm talking email, banking, all of it. Second, for those really critical accounts, think about getting a physical security key. Third, and this is a big one, never, ever, ever reuse your passwords. And finally, use your biometrics. Your face or fingerprint is a fantastic blend of convenience and really strong security. And in the end, it all comes back to this one idea. No single security method is perfect. But when you start combining them, a password plus your fingerprint plus a token, you create layers. And just like an onion, the more layers you build around your digital fortress, the safer you're going to be.